Dungeons and Dragons. Happy and Smith gave chase after the mine, and Screech ignoring the rhinos. Speaking of the rhinos, they killed the remaining bodyguard cat. Smith managed to avoid the classic banana and hole trap. He also used his incredible detective skills to bypass the iron door Screech placed by going through the window. He looked down into the hole in the room and saw a suspicious bird climbing towards the front of the train from underneath. Meanwhile, the rest of our heroes beat the rhinos to death. Also, the captain and the wizard started working on a plan to figure out who the culprit is. Our heroes went to the chicken car in order to get ahead of Screech. However, Screech is not the sneakiest bird in the coop and was immediately seen. A knife and a couple eldritch blasts later, Screech lost his grip on the pipe and was run over by the train. Back in the dining car, our heroes asked the mime again what was happening. He explained that Screech was part of the heart-taking cult and that they were selling the hearts to someone. Also, he mentioned that Screech was here to deliver a box of something to someone, as was shown in one of the photographer's pictures. After this, the wizard and captain explained that used a magic spell, and it revealed that the name of the culprit was one of these names. At this point, our heroes had a vision of a flashback and Flappy Get Over Here having been left behind. He was angry at someone stealing his place on his own train, and pulled out a strange remote and pressed a button. Then back in the present, all of a sudden, the roof of the train car flew off. There was the sound of scraping and grinding metal. Then all of a sudden, looming above our heroes was the true form of the train. Our heroes released the prisoners so they could help out in the fight. Except for the inventor, which Anton knocked unconscious. Meanwhile, Smith and the captain ran forward to hold the line. However, the cables and panels that were on the top of the train cars started to move about. The captain turned and saw his own reflection. It was the last thing he ever saw as the razor-sharp edge cut into his chest, stealing his heart, which the train began to consume. Team Ranged Attack was doing their best. However, the train's constitution seemed insurmountable and were taking a lot of emotional damage. In the process, a bunch of the passengers rushed down the train, refusing to run away. Unfortunately for them, the train began spitting out a stream of toxic gas. Everyone hit by it except for Smith immediately died, including Eddie the Executioner, the mime, and the clown. To avenge the death of their captain, the rest of the crew picked up weapons and lashed out at the train. This was when Flappy was doused in all the alcohol. Every last bit of it. Also, Bingus finally managed to convince his pet intellect to attack the train. Unfortunately for our heroes, the train is the luckiest train ever and began spewing out more poison gas. This time it killed Smith, the chef, and the ticket man. Bingus swiped Smith's healing potion and dumped it down his gullet. Meanwhile, the true hero Flappy the Bat came into the train in a huge explosion. The train had taken so much damage it began to glow and spew steam and thrash about. It was apparent that it was about to explode. The thrashing, however, flung a bunch of things that were in the front of the train towards our heroes. This included the control panel and Screech's robe that had gotten caught on the underside of the train. Happy swiped the key that Screech had gotten from the magic deck of cards and released the safety on the controls. She then decoupled the train. The train pulled away from the cars. However, Anton could not let his hero die alone. Due to our hero's efforts, the train was fast enough when it finally exploded. Our heroes were victorious. With the use of magic, our heroes were able to save the lives of Eddie and the chef. And Happy had passed the clown's test and earned herself the title of the ultimate clown. As it turned out, Flappy Get Over Here did not build a train. He had tamed a train monster that as long as he fed him a healthy amount of hearts it would follow his commands. He would buy the train fuel from the cult, with Screech delivering the most recent shipment. However, he doesn't like the delivery people having seen his face, so he'll magically wipe their memories. However, Screech, being dumber than average, caused him to forget more than intended, and he wandered onto the train and stole Flappy's place. In his anger, Flappy told the train it could do as it pleased and kill all the people on it for betraying him. With their adventure on the world's safest train over, the survivors walked off into the sunset and lived happily ever after. Probably.